wisdom, knowledge, you know, that's the truth, you know. How we can't say we're Israel and still think that the son of the Most High is a white man, you know. You know, we can't stay with Israelites if what we don't know about the Sabbath, you know, we don't know about our ancient forefathers and such like that, you know. It doesn't work like that. You know, you got to build in this truth, like one of the elders said before. You just got to build in this truth. You know, you got to soak up this information because, hey, it's vital for our survival. You know, and that's a good title right there. Vital for our survival. Right? Holding something?
I got that Hebrews 1.
Gone.
Start at the top.
Gone.
Okay.
I just want that verse really.
Okay. I'm going to read it verbatim. It's Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
See? So what? That's this 2 Thessalonians 2:8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The spirit of his mouth is those prophets, you know. So what? That's why we're out here on the streets, you know, condemning these Edomites, which are the wicked according to the Bible, right? Right. Let's go back to the topic we had. That's how the spirit go. We don't want something and switch over. Oh, second Ezra. I was on second Ezra 6, and
you want? I can get it. Okay.
Oh, and Second Peter.
Oh yeah, Second Peter 3, I believe. I'm not holding no more, but I can go back to it.
I get Peter.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, this is oh, we had Romans 13.
Okay.
Gone. So Romans 13 and 11, I got it. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Also the works of darkness was our old man, right? Because we were soaking up different information, right? Some of the brothers on what the Most High was about, you know, and how we thought he got down, you know. That's just how it is, you know. It's
Demons.
Definitely.
What you gonna explain?
Right. So let's get that second Ezra 6. And I
I
will start at
start at 7.
7. Con.
This is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? And when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Like it said in Romans 13, right? It says the night is far spent, the day is at hand, right? And that's that parting asunder of times, you know?
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right? That's that kingdom. This is Esau's world right now, you know? And we know, look around, you know? We've been waiting for Yahushua to come back for 2,000 plus years, right? And it said in 2 Thessalonians that that he's gonna be working. Let me get it real quick. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse, I'll start at 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So what? That was the wicked getting power over the earth, you know? So let's get back to it.
You want to keep reading Esdras? Or,
that might be it from that.
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Let's get second Esdras 9. And we'll start at the top there. Right? This is because this is the wicked kingdom right now, you know? And that wicked kingdom, right, this presence has spread, this the philosophies and such have spread throughout the four corners of the earth. So they took over, you know? They took their minds, so it's over with for everything else, you know? That's why everybody wants to go to war, you know? Because they don't like how this place is ran. You know, they don't like how the world, the path of the world is going, you know? Got wells full of plastic bags in their stomach, you know? You got
mass animal die-offs.
You got in Japan, you just got beaches full of dead animals, dead fish, you know? And then you see these weird weather patterns and such like that. And all these, like you said, one of the brothers did another story about the earthquakes. You know, those earthquakes are still going hand, you know? They're still going crazy through the four corners of the earth. You know, just because you haven't heard about it, they're still going on, you know? And it's still increasing, you know? It's not surprised that we're not getting one right now, you know? It's gonna be that time, hey, the whole earth is gonna shake when Yahweh Shah comes back, you know? It's gonna be moved out of place, basically, right? But before we get second Esdras, let me get this precept. Sirach 3 and 28. It says, "In the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness have taken root in him," right? And that plant of wickedness has taken root in this whole earth, you know, through Esau's influence, you know? All these women are out of order, right? The men are out of order, right? How society should be ranked as the Israelites on top, right? That's out of order, you know? The Israelites are now on the bottom, right? The kings, it says servants upon horses, and God, we gotta get it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth."
Servants upon horses is Esau, Edom, the Caucasians, right? Those leprous faggots, you know, walking like they're over us or something. Right now they are over us. That's reality, you know. But in the spirit, we're over them, you know, and this is just temporary. You know, we're gonna be over them permanently in the kingdom of heaven. But they're gonna be exterminated. You know, so it's gonna be a little time or a long time to feel for them. You know, to serve their captivity, and then they're gonna be wiped away. You know, and then they're most likely they're gonna have to come through a whole nother nation. You know, and they're still gonna be under us. You know, they're gonna have to come through like the Hamites or something, like Apostle Tahar said, right? Because as the spirit has to go somewhere, you know. But there's not gonna be any more Edomites. The Edomite line is gonna be exterminated, you know. Let me read this one more time. Sirach 3 and 28. It says, "In the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness have taken root in him." Gotta get Habakkuk now. I'll get it. You can start off in the top of
Okay, come. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Because we're technically here in the carnally, but we're in a whole different spirit. We're in a whole different world. Okay. You know, we're seeing the whole world different. You know, we're in the borders of Israel. You know, with the way that we think. You know, and the way we act with certain circumstances in the world, you know, and what we have Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai backing us, you know.
And well, we filter all world and our reality through the scriptures and what we should be doing, right? And not the way these other people and just do what they feel like doing.
Exactly, going by that flesh, you know.
I want to keep going.
Let me get this one going back to.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty.
And it's not hey, this word has gone through the four corners of the earth. It's not because that they didn't know him because they didn't hear. They didn't know him because they rejected him. You know, they rejected Yahweh Shai, which is rejecting the Most High. You know.
And they have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Right? Let me read this scripture one more time. This is Sirach 3:28. In the punishment of the proud there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness have taken root in him. Right? That in that wickedness, that's rebellion. You know, expect for these Israelites, because hey, they're supposed to get right for salvation. These heathens, they're not a part of that, you know. They can't. There's no salvation for these heathens, you know. But there's salvation for the nation of Israel, right? Damn devil. Yeah.
What did he even say?
I don't know.
Some clown ass shit.
Right. You know that scripture where it says, "Oh thou most proud."
I got you. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord thy power of hosts, for thy day is come, and that the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Right, but the point we're making is that most proud part, right? Because hey, that's Esau and what? Like it said, he's there's gonna be a fire. Can we read it one more time?
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord thy power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
It shall devour all round about him, that fire, you know? Right, and that's that destruction, right?
Well, these people don't believe that destruction is coming, although it should be clear, right?
It's evident. Look at how the world is going, because they dealing with their day by day stuff, you know? They're not looking at the big picture, you know?
Worried about Trump impeachment when all that's a damn fucking...
Yeah, that's hiding the real news.
Right.
You know? Right? But hey, that's okay. That's why it says that the nation of Israel is sottish, which is stupid. Hey, that's just like the heathens too. You know? That's like a custom of the heathen. Because what? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding was for us to build up. But these heathens didn't get that. You know? And our people, our nation, want to sink back to them. You know, hey, it says in the scriptures the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, right?
I got that Sodom's children if you want to do it.
God.
This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. Spot. For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Right?
Yeah, to do good they have no knowledge. This is Sirach 19 and 22. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not